Hi Libra, welcome to your August 2018 read for the month. I'm really excited to give this read to you guys. Last month was a really good month for Libras. There was a lot of attracting going on, right? Libras are very attractive to the outside world, and it looks like this month a lot of Libras may have caught exactly what they've been hoping to catch, right? And what they've been attracting, or what they've been hoping to attract, what they've been manifesting. So, um, please continue to listen if you are Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Um, and yeah, if it doesn't resonate, please check out your other signs to see if you get more information that way. This month, I can't help but think this is all about love just because we've got like 5 cup cards, right? It's a very watery energy this month, a lot of happiness, a lot of alignment. I really feel like this is going to be a big one for Libras as far as relationships go, or even just in general speaking, connecting with things that they feel like they align with and things that they, you know, um, that are important to them, right? On an emotional level, right? Because of all this cup energy. So let's just start. This shouldn't even take long because this is a really cut and clear read. I'm really excited about it. So, bottom of the card, or bottom of the deck, we've got the World card, which is all about successful endings of a cycle and new ones beginning, right? So it's like Libra is coming into this place where a lot of newness, good newness, is coming into our faces. We're starting to see how things are turning. All the work that we've been doing is finally catching up, right? So it's really really good, and things are shifting into a better situation, right? It doesn't really matter what your situation is. In terms of when you get the World card, I feel like no matter what, the World card kind of lets you know that you are headed in the right direction no matter what, even if you're starting, even if the bar is at the floor, right? So starting out, we have the Ace of Swords crossed with the High Priestess. I really like this because to me, it feels like Libras are really starting to trust themselves more, right? High Priestess, this is a very watery energy, right? This card is represented by the moon. So this can be a water sign that a lot of you guys are dealing with. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or just someone with a lot of water in their chart. Um, but it really feels like it's more your energy where you're just really, after all the things that you've been through, right? All the lessons you've learned, really um, taking charge in a way where you're starting to finally listen to yourself, right? So that you can make better decisions going forward. Because the High Priestess isn't so much a card of action, it's really more a card of non action and going within. And, it's a very mysterious card, very watery card, like I said. But I feel like it's good because with this High Priestess energy, you guys are tapping into it with your communications with people. So there could be new communication coming out, between you and another person. Maybe, if there's someone that you guys have met, you guys are being very honest and upfront and just clear with each other that you're really interested in one another. But it's really good communication. It's like a gift from the universe, and it's all about truth. But what is helping you get this truth, in more ways than one, is really you guys are using your intuition. So it's like I do feel like a lot of you guys are feeling like you're reading in between the lines, whether it's something the other person has said or not. You guys are able to pick up on it because you're finally in that place where you're trusting yourselves, right? It's really, really good. Libras are naturally very intuitive, very much so. Like every sign and every person does have the ability, right? We all have it to some degree, but Libras, a lot of Libras literally are born just naturally like that. And for air sign, that's really good, just because air sign rules more. They go more by logic, right, and more like cognitively speaking, right. But and I think that's why Libras are so good at being able to like view things from different perspectives and be fair in that too, because they don't just go off of, they're very much what's fair is fair, but they're very, watery in their decisions as well, right? Because Libras don't like to disappoint. So you guys are getting new communication, really good communication, trusting yourself, great. Now, crowning, we've got that Ten of Cups card, which is beautiful because this is all about happiness. This is all about, family and coming together. And, 10 is the highest number in the tarot, right? The minor arcana. So it's really just about being like ultimately very emotionally fulfilled and in a really good place, in a very happy space, and that love really expanding and, to your family and just people in your life. It's like you're in a really good place, and that's kind of what this month is going to bring to you. That's what this month is going to feel like. Um, and again, due to some communications, due to you guys, a lot of you having met someone, I feel like a lot of people have met someone who makes them feel like just so happy. Probably don't even understand why you're so happy, but just someone who just really fills your cup, someone you really feel like you connect with, right? And you guys are coming out of a time of healing, right? Out of a time of just really, this person has manifested the things that they wanted, right? Because the Star card in many ways is like the wish coming true card, right? Of the major arcana. So it's like this person has put in the work and went through the process of healing in order to receive the good things, right? Now you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius, or there could be an Aquarius energy that influences this. But really, it's just, you guys are, number one, you're being vulnerable with people who matter to you, right? And in the way that is helping you guys move forward. You guys are doing your work, right? Making sure that you're healing and you're not, especially if this is a new relationship, not bringing your past traumas into this new situation, right? And a lot of you guys, this situation, this person, this circumstance, or this job, whatever, generally speaking, please take this as it resonates. It is like a dream come true for you, right? It's like you guys are totally on the right track. Remember what I said. Whenever the World card is involved, I always feel like it's, no matter where you are, no matter what the situation, it just, for me, always feels like you are on the right track, right? So that is so good. So now, why I kept saying that I felt like a lot of you guys have met someone maybe is because we've got this Ace of Cups in the past, right? Ace of Cups, aces are beginnings of a cycle, beginning of something new, right? Whatever suit they pertain to. Cups are all about emotions, right? So again, I do feel like you guys have maybe met someone new. Maybe someone is, or you guys are becoming closer with a certain person or thing. But really your cup is running over. Like you feel like you met someone who's like, makes you, like a sign for me that I really liking someone is like, I feel like I'm back in high school. Like I literally feel like a kid who's just hell excited. And you feel kind of silly because you're like, ugh, why? Like, and I feel like a lot of Libras have been feeling this. If there's someone new that they've connected with, especially if you're already in a relationship, it feels like you guys have come over a hump that has kind of made you guys renew and refresh your relationship. So things are feeling like new again, right? Whew, that is so good. Anyways, so then we go to the near future, and then it's Two of Cups. Like, look at the progression, okay? We went from Ace of Cups in the past to Ace of Swords, two aces, right? With the High Priestess. So using your intuition and trusting that, that's propelling you forward to someone or something that you really feel like you've aligned with, you've connected with. This is like potential soulmate connection status, right? This is a real partnership that you see as being something where you feel balanced. There's harmony there. There's love there. There's give and take there, right? And it's so funny. This is all happening Leo season, right? We've got that lion up above that's red. So that's all about passion. That's also root chakra. So it's a grounding, like this is something or someone that you've met that's making you feel really grounded and like just really, really good. And you're feeling really connected. So that's cute. Okay. So hopes and fears, King of Cups. Again, for some of you, I said you could be dealing with a water sign or someone who has a very watery nature or a lot of water in their chart. But in general, it feels like it's like this would be your hope and your fear. It's like to meet that person who's so sweet and kind and thoughtful and compassionate and honest and knows how to balance his emotions and is very aware and present emotionally. It's like you guys. I feel like that's something that a lot of Libras have been wanting. But it's also scary, right? Because it's like then that forces you to step your game up and also be that person, as much as you can for that other person. I say all the time it's unfair to expect or hope for something from someone that you're not willing to try to give yourself. So it's like a lot of you feel like you've met this character, right? Um, Definitely. And especially with the way things are laid out, a lot of you feel like you've met this character, but it's something that's exciting and it's both scary, right? So in your external environment, you've got this Ace of Wands. So I love this. So not only is this person very loving, not only do you feel very connected, right, in this situationship, there's a lot of passion there. There's a lot of fiery energy there. Now this person could have a lot of fire in their chart too, especially if it's in like their Venus, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Um, Check their Venus, but just in general, it feels like someone who could have a lot of fire in their chart too, or just a very like fiery nature about them. But this is a very passionate beginning. Like this is someone you're attracted to. This is someone that's attracted to you. Um, and look at that. It's right next to that Two of Cups. So it's like you feel like you really connected with someone, and now you're in. It's like all systems go. And I don't mean that in an immature way, but I'm just saying like this is someone who's really sparked your interest. Um, Libras, oftentimes it can be hard to find someone that keeps their interest because the thing is, Libras get along with everybody for the most part. They're very charming and very much natural flirts, right? So you can be going about your business, and let's say you're out and you meet someone and you're just doing you, right? Like Libra's just doing Libra, but another person takes it as, oh, they're flirting, oh, they're, interested. And a lot of times what ends up happening is that other person, tries to move forward in a way that is like not wanted by the Libra because they're just like Libra's thinking, oh, I was just being nice. Like, damn, chill. Like, I'm like this with everybody. I don't like you, right? So Libras end up a lot of times being repelled by people, um, by that. And there's really nothing wrong with what people are doing. It's just the way Libras are set up. So it's like a lot of times when you feel like you've met someone who you really connect with and you feel really passionate about, it's like, oh my God, it's like the ultimate, like, whoa, like Libras just can't believe it sometimes. But I do feel like the feelings are, they're the same. The other person feels the same way about you, right? They're equal. So right now in the headspace, Libras are Queen of Cup in it, and that's really good. That's along with giving yourself the permission to feel the way you feel and go about things the way you go about them and really express love or at least like strong interest in someone. You guys are also taking your intuition with you, right? You've got the Queen of Cups and High Priestess, both very intuitive, watery, super psychic women who are badass and are really great to see, you know, in a love reading. Now, the High Priestess, where she differs, she's not human at all. She is a goddess. She is literally divine feminine energy. So, where she'll give us messages and really there's no, it's just like, okay, I already told you what to do, like just do it. There's no heart or, you know, there's no, it just is what it is, right? Because intuition, that's for me how I know when it's my intuition speaking. It's like I get the messages and there's no feelings behind it, right? Um, she's not human, so she doesn't do that. She's, she just follows what she knows and, to feel right. Whereas the Queen of Cups is still human, right? So she has that compassion in it. So it's like the perfect balance of, you know, Libra right now is really in a good place where they're open to love, but they are taking their intuition with them, um, and not fear. Not like it's not like you're holding back or being weird because of fear, but it's just a really good balance, and it's very intuitive, and you guys are really trusting yourselves, and that's just really really good. Now, in the outcome card, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So an offer, right? A small offer, because it is a page. So it is kind of like a very fresh beginning, right? Because pages happen, we're on the cusp of new things. So, you know, especially for those of you who have met someone, um, I do feel like they, maybe some of them are, they're really feeling connected with you too. I do feel like some of them have had like maybe a troubling past with, you know, just like you guys have. So they are wanting to move forward and try things out with you, but they're going to take it very slow, right? Because it's earth energy and it's a page. So it's just like the beginning stages. They're taking their time to get to know you. Um, the Page of Pentacles is a very much a learner card. He's learning about his environment around him pertaining to tangible things, material things. So this can be someone who's just really focused on their work right now too. But I do feel like they are still trying to find the time to do things with you and make you a priority. Like you're going to notice slowly but surely that this this person is going to be kind of offering up more of their time and more of their you know, more of their love to you. They do want something stable ultimately. So that's good, right? They do want something that's very grounded, but they're just being very smart about it and very, you know, very mindful about it. So, and they could be just like trying to, like I said, focus on their job and get their money together. That's fine. And you guys, I feel like, are doing the same, a lot of you. So, pull the Oracle card. We've got Face Your Financial Fears. So, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So that's really good. So just again, um, not letting fear control you, not not focusing on the bad, not making things bigger in your mind than what they really are, and just really facing your fears financially. Like if you guys are going through it with money, or trying to find ways to make more of it, bring more of it to you. um, Maybe some of you guys are saving for something. Really maybe writing down a budget, or getting very clear on what it is you need to do to move forward, and just facing that instead of like putting it off, so that you can have success in that way, right? And then I pulled a Romance Angel card, and I've got Let Your Friends Help You. Ask for and accept support from others. So if you've got friends around, friends with good sense, every and that's no shade, but not everybody is strong in everything. You've got sensible friends around that, really have your best interest at heart, and, people that you kind of admire and look up to in terms of advice. If you let people like that, maybe just, having conversations, and not in a way like you're airing your dirty or airing your laundry or telling your business, but just, I really feel like in general, it's a time that you should like just having deeper conversations with your friends, not just being around them and having fun, shallow time. Like really being vulnerable with people around you, because I feel like you will be getting some really good pointers, and some great like lessons from these interactions, from friends, from family, from people you trust and love. Like just, being a little bit more vulnerable in that way, and opening up and having these conversations that just randomly pop up, but they're so awesome. You get so much good from them, So, Libra, that's it. August, it looks really cute too, just like July did. Happy And yeah, I'll see you guys in Virgo season. Bye, Libra.